My wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom, I welcome you to Skolante TV, where we bring to you news that concerns the restoration of Biafra and freedom all over the world. The Prime Minister of Biafra Republic Government in Exile made a visit to Greece, and in that visit he made a shocking revelation in his speech. You will hear it in this video. But before I dive into it, let me quickly welcome back to my channel those of you that have been following my videos, and if you are new, I welcome you and urge you to do well to click that like button, subscribe to my channel, press that bell icon so that anytime I upload another video you will be notified. Other than that, let's dive into it.
Thank you very much, Biafrans, those who are present and those watching from the different locations in Greece and other parts of Europe, and of course in Biafra land. I welcome you all today and thanks for inviting me to this particular tour of Greece. As you all know, we are now in the phase of progress, in the phase of action, in the phase of achievement, in the phase of what we have to do to continue the legitimization of Nigeria within Biafra territory. Today, the chain that have held Biafra for many decades is broken. In the past few days, we have seen the upsurge of the Nigeria terrorists, military, and all their parastatals, accomplices in the killings of Biafra. They were all crying, and the cry is just starting. The killing of Biafrans at will by the Nigeria terrorist state is no longer something they will do and go free. Biafran, killing of any Biafran come with a price, big price, and they are paying it. I want everybody to understand that for the very first time in the history of Biafra, you see what is going on. There has never been any time in the history of Biafra agitation, liberation, that you see what is happening today happening. Because you can't continue to do the same thing and expect a result. And because before you fight a country like Nigeria to protect your people, you must be able to study what Nigeria is all about. That is why in the medical field, when you go to hospital, you go to doctor, they will first of all conduct some kind of test to know what is your problem. Doctors don't just carry you in the hospital and say, oh, what is your problem? You're having a headache, okay, come and take this, or you have a temperature, come, let us give you a drug. No, that's a quack doctor. That's what they do in Africa. That's why many Africa can never progress until Biafra is restored and the beginning of civilization will start. So you have to identify the root cause of a problem before you can now know how to solve it. And that's what the Biafra Republic Government in Exile have done. And that's what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu saw in many of us. He knows that the people that surrounded him were a bunch of criminals, bunch of idiots who doesn't know their left from their right. And then he began to shout for 100 men. So first, we studied Nigeria, the complicity of Nigeria, and how to break Nigeria. And believe me, I have not even unleashed the biggest secret. Many of you who followed after when Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. You all remember the day I made a prayer, I said a prayer for God to give us 1,000 men wisdom to face the challenges ahead of us. Believe me, from the beginning till now, we have always been spiritual. And before anything happens, we see ahead of it. I can tell you today that God did not just give 1,000 men wisdom, but more than 1,000 men. And we are just using only 5. We have not gotten to where we can even use 100, not to talk of 500. Today, they are listing the names of people who, according to them, is the problem of Nigeria. And you see, the Prime Minister of Biafra is one of the people they claim as the problem of Nigeria. Rather, Prime Minister Simon Ekpa came to rescue Biafra from the Nigeria problem, which Nigeria and British created. Today, they look for who to blame. They brought criminals and terrorists from Sahel, all the way from Central Africa, to rig election and remove Jonathan from power. They came, these terrorists came, and they were not compensated. And then after that, the people who brought them from northern Nigeria decided to use them for the Islamic agenda. And today, the Islamic agenda is in a very high speed. They look around to who they are going to blame, and they are blaming Biafra. Biafra is not the reason 200 people were killed on Christmas Day in Jos, Plateau State. Biafra is not the reason why many women and children have been slaughtered, thousands of them from January to 24th day of March 2024 in the northern Nigeria. Biafra is not the reason why Yoruba chiefs and Obas are being slaughtered in their homes by the Islamic terrorists sponsored by the Nigeria state. Biafra is not the reason why many people cannot go to their villages in the northeast, northwest, north central, southwest, and even in the southeast. But you see, all these problems they created was the problem that gave birth to Simon Ekpa today. Because I said at a point, enough is enough. I cannot continue to watch my people being killed, butchered, and their head chopped off by the terrorists sponsored by Nigeria state. The one that break the camel back is a story that I would like to share to people of Greece today. In 2021, after the kidnap of Nnamdi Kanu, or in 2020 before he was kidnapped also, terrorists attacked my village, slaughtered people that I know, slaughtered women and men that I know, cut off their head. And these people, I know their family, I know their children, and I watched this video. One of the survivors of this attack is still alive today. He saw Nigeria Army as part of those who came for that attack. From that day, the anger I have for Nigeria multiplied. One of the victims of this killing by the Nigeria Army in conjunction with the Fulani today reside in Libya. He is probably watching this program. His father was butchered, head cut off. These particular killings, I documented it very well. I sent it to the president of Finland. I sent it to the I sent it to Brazil during the time the so-called Allen White was still doing lobbying with the IPOB name. We compiled those things, sent to the United Nations, sent to everywhere. Nobody has been held responsible today. The next thing was the journalist that reported this killing was banned from entering Ebonyi State Government House to report about it. Because they reported about it. So some of you may remember when Omahe banned journalists from entering Ebonyi Government House. One of those journalists, his mother head was cut off. This is the first time I'm sharing some secrets. But today, from 2021 to this date, as you can see, nobody has been arrested because nobody would be arrested. I decided that in addition to all the killings of Biafrans, from Aba to the invasion of Mazina Bikano's house, killing over 28, according to people, they say there were people that were killed at numbers 100. They say it was 28 people that was killed in Oyendu's house. Coupled to Mpo massacre, this is a direct killing by the Nigerian state, not suspected terrorists or suspected headers. And I pray to God to give me opportunity to defend my people. That opportunity is here. And I am defending Biafra with brutality. Very brutal. Nobody will kill Biafra again and live to tell the story. That's why anywhere they are in Biafra land, we will hunt them down. It is the best self-defense. In addition to that, the independent state of Biafra will follow it with diplomacy, political solution, and of course, the defense comes with guerrilla warfare. We are not backing down. You kill us, we kill you back. They have declared that secessionists are wanted. They call me secessionist. Well, you can declare me wanted. We have also declared you wanted. And any place you see these people that are killing our people from Hopus or Dema, arrest them in Biafra land. Any place you see them, any day Tinubu will enter Biafra land, make sure he doesn't go back. We'll arrest them, arrest him. The same thing goes to Shetima. From this day, the target of the Biafra Defense Forces is to make sure that those sponsoring the killing of Biafras will not be allowed to enter our territory. We must not give them a breathing space. We must not allow them to come to our land and kill and go. The time of that particular issue is over. We will fight them tooth to tooth. We will fight them iron to iron. We will fight them gun to gun. We will defend our land to the last drop of our people. And they are running mad because somebody actually stood up to say enough is enough. For this to happen, we must understand that the enemy has planted this, disagreement, disunity, fighting, and all that within the Biafra people. It is normal. It doesn't move me. It doesn't move anybody who understands what the government oppressors can do in order to weaken the collectiveness and the power of the people of the victim. And that they have done very well. Today you see people who were fighting for Biafra many years ago. All of a sudden, They are not telling you that Nigeria, they are not telling you. And I want to make it very clear. Nobody owned Biafra. Nobody owned Biafra. Biafra is owned by everyone who believes in Biafra. Nobody have the monopoly to restore Biafra. The only thing is that God have ordained some people, while giving birth to them from the beginning, that they are going to be the one that God will use to restore Biafra. And today, we are here. That's exactly what we're doing. There is no threat that will move us. Our freedom is guaranteed. Guaranteed by the laws, international laws, the United Nations treaties, African Union Charter, and what have you. I am promising you today, using this opportunity of this tour to Greece, to promise Biafra people that in a matter of days, we will start the legal process for Nigeria for reparation to Biafra government. That particular reparation will start a few days to come. And the information will be public. We will fight Nigeria from all corners. We will fight them legally. As this particular declaration is approaching, we will make Nigeria very, very uncomfortable. It is going to be the only target we have is to make sure that Nigeria is uncomfortable on the declaration of Biafra. So we are going to fight them from African Union to the UN to any other entity that Nigeria is part of. The process, the next step of this Biafra liberation is the application for reparation. Thank you, everyone.